Hey mates, I'm Alex.
And I'm Gaston.
Welcome to Power Mates.
Remember that this is the place to learn and share about Fabric and Power Platform. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel with your friends and colleagues.
So, hey everyone, welcome again. Remember that in our last episode, we covered that Copilot in Fabric just hit the milestone and now be available worldwide. So, today we bring our Fabric Megastone again to share some insight about Copilot for the citizen developer. So, my buddy, what is going to be the impact on that stream with Copilot?
Of course, Alex. Let's recap a little bit from our last episode. Remember that we covered that Fabric Copilot is almost everywhere in different workloads. Last week we covered how much Copilot is going to be embedding in the Power BI developer experience. Today, we are bringing a little bit another topic that is how much Copilot is going to be on our data factory stream for all the citizen developer willing to start, doing more extraction, transformation, and load the data with Power Query Online. So in this case, Copilot for Data Factory provides a whole intelligent mashup code generation to transform data using natural language. All the inputs to generate code explanations to help you better understand all the generated complex queries and tasks.
Oh boy, it seems a whole new world to help with the data ingestion. So, you know me, I start as a developer, then cloud architect with Azure Office 365, and now focus on the Power Platform world. So, how we can, as a low code developer, take advantage of these new features. So, I wonder if he can do some magic with Copilot.
Let's head over to my machine and take a quick look on some examples that I bring today to play with Copilot. First of all, remember this is our homepage. Every time you land into Fabric is this experience with all the workloads. In this case, we are going to be focusing today on the data factory experience workload. So as soon as I hit the data factory option here, remember that couple of basic artifacts here, data pipelines and data flow chain 2. I'm going to create, and actually I already have a data flow chain 2 up and running for me. I am bringing this data flow here with data coming from a blob storage, New York City taxi data, another CSV file that I'm combining here for New York City taxi discounts, and then I doing some merging and all the stuff. Remember that everyone that comes from the Power BI side of things, you can hit advanced editor and check for that to see all the transformation happening in my data flow. But you also have, of course, the options to remove columns, keep rows, remove rows, and all the transformation that you can do as a Power Query Online editor here. But in this case, I'm willing to use natural language and ask Copilot for some questions and doing some further transformation on my data. So I'm going to start hitting the option of Copilot in my end. Let's see the top right option here for Copilot. And then you can check that some basic stuff here that you can create a new query with Copilot with simple data, add a new step on an existing query, or describe an existing query. So let's see some examples happening at this point. I'm going to hit the New York City taxi load, and I'm going to bring a prompt to my Copilot to start some basic steps. One step is I'm going to get the payment type column. This is one of the columns that I have in my load here. And I'm going to ask Copilot to remove that column. So I'm going to remove the payment type column from my data set or my query. In this case, I'm running this command to remove the column, and then I'm going to, let's switch to one of the other columns because I think that I already removed that one. I am gonna remove the tip amount, and as soon as Copilot is running this query, as you can see, there's a whole couple of remove that I did. This one is removing the uh, type amount. The other one is removing the tip amount column. I can go further on this line and saying, hey, I want to change, the trip distance, the data type, or I want to change the pickup date time. I can change data types just asking Copilot. Another thing that I can do is bringing data from the outside and say, hey, I want, for example, a new query with sample data around price of rates in New York City taxi for a certain year. So I can bring that prompt here, create a new query with simple data, creating a price table for taxis rates in New York for 2015. I can run this command and it's going to create a whole new table for me from scratch. As you can see, it's creating a whole new table with all the years, taxi types, and rates. As well, I can do something like more complex. For example, creating a whole new calendar table from scratch. In this case, I'm asking, let's create a new fiscal calendar table with all the date columns that I need that start in September 2015 until August 31st, 2023. If I run this command, Copilot is going to create a whole new query with all the columns on a fiscal calendar table. And with all those columns, if I analyze advanced editor, check all the columns coming into the editor. So Copilot is bringing a whole new table based on this query that I asked before to create the calendar table.
Nice. That is amazing, huh? And I'm thinking right now on how about getting some of the queries and explain that code in natural language? If that's also possible.
Yeah, let's check for that out. Let's head over to my machine and, for example, I'm gonna say describe this last fiscal calendar table that we just create. And what it's going to be doing, Copilot is going to be adding all the steps and describing the whole query on how I bring this fiscal calendar table to life. So it's checking on every single step with the start date, the end date, the number of date, and explaining every single column of my new query. So this is really helpful to start
Hmm,
explaining and describing code.
nice. Yeah, nice. That is a great tool, for those uh, developers who get any code in Power Query and need to understand all the steps. So what do you think about these Power Mates? Would love to hear from your experience as well if you are ready to try Copilot in Data Factory. So, like this video and leave your comments.
And feel free to play with Copilot in Data Factory. It's an amazing experience. You can do a lot of things in terms of transformation and mashup of the data. So basically, stay tuned, Power Mates, for more in-depth insights, tutorials, and exciting news coming right here in our channel.
As usual, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and join us on this journey.
Together, let's unlock the full potential of Power Platform and Microsoft Fabric.
Yeah.